And we're live.
What's up, guys?
Hey, welcome to our post coverage of Microsoft's E3 media briefing. We're going to go down the list of everything they covered and give you guys our thoughts, our reactions, and our opinions. We came prepared, as you can see.
Got the nice little MacBook right here.
Yeah, no sponsorships, though, by the way.
Oh, sorry, I'm going to get that out of here.
No, we want to go down everything, give you guys some of our opinions.
You want to do that? Hold on. There we go. So we had a YouTube page right there.
That was
thanks for watching, viewers, if you're out there.
All right, don't leave. Don't give up on us yet.
It's just one technical difficulty.
All right, so to start off, I was thinking they were going to do this. Either it was going to be Halo or Call of Duty, and they started off with a bang with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I was pretty blown away by that.
All I could say was wow.
Yes, wow.
The gameplay trailer they showed off, the first to begin with, was a bunch of soldiers in like a pod, and they were all talking, whatever. This guy almost gets blown out of his pod while they're dropping, and after that, a bunch of crazy shit happens. They showed off some guns. They showed off some grenades too, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the grenades were awesome. Awesome grenades.
What were
the one of the grenades that freaking just blew my mind was, well, you have the definitely the infrared one, but the
one that reminded me of Promethean Vision.
Yeah, that's definitely nice. Speaking of Halo, they also had like a Spartan laser shotgun type thing.
Oh,
they had that. But back to the grenade though, real quick though. The grenade that got me like whoa was they have a grenade. You throw up, 3 prongs come out. It hovers. It tracks and spots a dude.
Yeah.
And goes and gets the guy. And to me, like that's
sick.
That's like a nice little change of pace to things. Like, so if you have guys hiding and just like camping, just imagine a multiplayer. You have dudes that are just camping, and that's their spot, and they somehow always have the angle on you. Throw it over and over their side, and then comes up,
football,
and then it just comes right down on them. Like, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, dude.
That caught my attention. They had like the Spartan laser gun. It looked like.
I like the fact that the actual character pulled off a car door and used it as a riot shield.
That was awesome.
That was tight.
They show you that ability, and that's like really cool that you can affect your environment around you.
Yeah.
And that's really nice. That's something that hasn't been happening in Call of Duty. They've been trying to add in this environmental stuff over the last couple iterations of the game, but it hasn't been there. So I really like that too. That caught my attention. The other one, some of the weapons that they showed off in there was that gun that looked like a Spartan laser. You also have the
first one was like it was an automatic.
Yeah, it was like it sounded really clean. It sounded nice. That was really
great.
Yeah. The other gun that I liked was the shotgun one. It looked like it was almost like a shockwave that it was shooting. Like I couldn't
like a pulse.
Like a pulse, yeah. Like it was. I usually see the muzzle flash, and I didn't see any muzzle flash, so I couldn't tell if it was ammunition or some other form of ammunition.
It was hard to tell for me.
The cool thing that I liked is the attention in the details was they were able to put the ammo. So right here on your gun, right here you have the number of bullets, but right here next to it, it shows you 2 different types of ammo slots, and they're like holographs on the gun. So I thought that was really cool.
So like, maybe they open up for different ammo. Like
maybe hollow tips, maybe armor piercing, maybe ice bullets. Maybe they're that far ahead in the future where they could do ice bullets, like in Mass Effect or something. But that was awesome. That one really just like I saw a bunch of tweets. One stood out to me was. And it said, wow, so at least we know now what happened to Titanfall's single-player campaign. So I thought that was funny. They have the booster packs, and they're just like Titanfall. That was a really, really good presentation, I thought. But the gameplay was really nice. The next game was one of your favorites that you like.
So they came out afterwards. They announced Forza 5 DLC, the Nuremberg Ring. So that happened. Okay, so sorry.
We got 2 cameras going.
Yeah, sorry.
We got to look at both of them. It's interesting.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, guys. Anyway, so they announced the Forza 5, and They came out with the Nürburgring DLC free today.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. To line up after that, they came out and they announced that Forza Horizon 2 will be coming out on September 30th, introducing the driver cars coming from Forza 5, a whole brand new weather system implemented with the game. What is it? It's going to be the car clubs introduced with Forza 5 as well, and they showed us some gameplay all around Europe as in an open world.
They mentioned they're using the Forza 5 engine,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been playing. I played Forza 5. I haven't had a chance to jump in the Horizon world, but Forza 5 is just awesome. I think it looks beautiful and everything like that. Just imagine that now. Give it a couple more years. Horizon 2 looks like it's going to be pretty off the hook.
With the Forza 5 engine into the open world gameplay is going to be amazing.
They said over 200 cars, at least 200 cars. That's a lot of cars.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I'm going to be buying some cars. Hopefully they allow you, because this is centered around a music festival, hopefully they have a lot of eccentric music in there, maybe something like South by Southwest, like they put all that in the soundtrack, and then maybe even allow you to import your music. That'd be really cool. Really
that would be a great implement for a racing game that they haven't tried yet. And
at least I haven't seen it,
Yeah, I've been really hoping a car, or just a racing game in general does that, but nothing so far.
Okay.
I'll let you borrow Forza Horizon 2 though, because it actually
Forza Horizon. Yeah, I
think you'll like it. It's a more modern day kind of dubstep music.
Yeah.
But I think you'll really enjoy it.
Yeah. I'm interested in playing it. That Forza Horizon 2, that trailer they showed. The only thing I'm disappointed is that they didn't show gameplay. It was all CGI. So I'm a little disappointed in that, but I am excited for it. Everything they've stated regarding the game looks like it's going to be pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next one. The next one we got here is you have Evolve. Evolve, all they did was pretty much show a gameplay CGI trailer.
Yeah.
But still, this game has my attention. Those people at Turtle Rock Studios are definitely doing something right out there.
Yeah. You also mentioned to me earlier when we were watching this how the Evolve title, you actually really liked how the Evolve title was 4v1, how it makes sense in that marketing scheme. I would really think, I agree with you on that. It's a really cool thing.
They're using the title as a very good, like a relation between what the main aspect of the gameplay is versus what it's displayed out as Evolve. I really like that. It's really creative. It's really like a nice little hook. Yeah, intuitive. Yeah. You get it when you see it, when you see the word Evolve. They're doing a good job on that. And even though they didn't show us like so much in-depth stuff with it, I like what they did show us, and I'm still excited about it. Are you?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for it. I'm looking forward to playing that with my buddies, especially you, Sean, maybe Matt, or any, a couple other people.
Some people we gotta screen out first.
But anyway, yeah, that one looks really good. I really would like to see what Playing the Monster is like.
Yeah, that looks cool. They did show off a big form of the monster. It looks like the third stage of the monster, and it looked a little different because it was electricity. So I'm wondering if they're teasing us with a different type of monster, or if at different levels he loses fire and he gets a different element. So that's pretty interesting. I'm really excited for this. There's so many different things they could do for this.
Becomes the Avatar. He's got the fire bending, the earth bending, and he's got and he's got the wind at the last stage, dude. He just
you know what? As long as this game doesn't turn out like an M. Night Shyamalan movie, we're good. So next game. Oh gosh. All right, Assassin's Creed Unity was showed next after Evolve. Again, this one
setting in Paris.
Yeah, French Revolution.
Yeah.
French Revolution you got going on right now. Now this one was gameplay. It wasn't really CGI. It was gameplay, and it knocked my socks off. Showing that we can create our own brotherhood. Like there's certain missions in the game where it tells you to call in the brotherhood in past ones.
Like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood?
Yeah, no, I'm saying in past Assassin's Creed games, it tells you, okay, in this mission you can call in your brotherhood because it carries forward through number 3, number 4.
Right.
And in this one, they allow you to create your own brotherhood. Now I wonder if these are all multiplayer only missions or if these are single player missions where you can replace your AI NPC brotherhood with actual friends as your brotherhood, which would be awesome. It looks good.
Yeah, I think that being able to create your own brotherhood and play all together with your friends in one actual one mission, I think that is an incredible scheme that they've implemented into this game. I'm not a huge Assassin's Creed fan, but I've played the third one. I like that one a lot, and I started a little bit on the fourth one. I really like it so far, and this game is gonna pretty much set a new bar for me.
I think what they showed us was a nice little tell that they gave us. I think that showing us this aspect of the game, letting us in on something that we might not have seen, we didn't see previously, something we don't see in other Assassin's Creed games. It's really nice, and it's very pleasing to see that coming from this game. I definitely like it's a change of pace for this game because you don't have that normally. So I'm looking forward to that aspect. It looked really cool. We could do timed kills where we both jump down on the dude.
Yeah,
I like that.
Wait, yeah, time things out. So the next one they showed off, they came out with Dragon Age Inquisition, which was set to be a release October 7th.
Yeah.
Brand new trailer.
CGI trailer, a little bit of gameplay in there. It looks good. It still looks good. You play a little bit of the game. I haven't played any of the game, and I want to pick it up. This iteration of it makes me want to jump into it.
Yeah. Is this one supposed to be set before all the others? Where's the timeline?
I don't know. I think this might be. I don't know for sure, but I want to say that this is more of an end game, more of a last later on after all the other ones. But I could be wrong. Again, I haven't played them, so I don't know. There are so many of them. There's Dragon Age 2, Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age Inquisition now, and so all I do know is that it looks nice. The gameplay of it looks really sweet, really smooth. I like the world it's set in. It's really pleasing on your eyes, so I definitely like that about it. And just the gameplay of it looks really good.
Yeah, I can't wait to play. Using those spells and just using the weapons.
It reminds me of another game that was talked about later on in the show, but we'll get to that one a little bit later. Those are the two. There's two games. One, Dragon Age Inquisition, another one. They're kind of competing against each other, I think. But we'll talk about the other one later. Next game, Sunset Overdrive. Both of us are very much looking forward to this one. By Insomniac Games. It looks great.
Does not take itself too seriously.
Yeah, in the trailer, it even tells you that, like, hey, you think you could do this? Can you do this? You're the hero.
Can you?
Oh wait,
of
course you can.
It's a video game.
I like what they showed off.
They showed off people shooting. The main character was shooting at these zombies, and onomatopoeias were actually coming out of their blood. So like the first one they shot off, it goes pow, boom, ouch, or kabam or whatever, and that was a really cool aspect of it.
Yeah, I think that one's gonna be a nice seller for Microsoft and Xbox One.
Yeah.
I think it's got my $60 already, probably.
I'm sold on it.
It looks like a more fun version of Dead Rising 3.
Yeah.
It looks like a way more fun version of Dead Rising 3. And speaking of Dead Rising 3, the next one was a DLC trailer called
Super Ultra Dead Rising 3 Arcade Mix Hyper Edition X Plus Alpha.
It was so crazy. It was a play on all this the other Capcom games, Street Fighter games. And just I liked how they can make fun of themselves. Dead Rising 3 is, in a sense, it's funny, and there's a storyline that they're trying to follow, so there's a seriousness to it, but at the same time, it's just like kind of
it's
funny.
Really corny.
Yeah, and so I like that they can make fun of themselves. It's really nice for them that they can do that.
Yeah, have a good time with it.
Yeah, that's one of the best qualities in a person.
Yeah.
And I like when a company can do that and make fun of themselves. And so, I mean, they showed like some gameplay footage of a guy of you and other people. It looked like riding down a hill on bicycles, collecting little power-ups or something. I don't know.
It was like a arcade version of like a racing with coins or something.
Yeah, it was
a race.
It was like all these weird different options or ideas in this little trailer that's just like jammed together of like what are those special anniversaries, but in like a DLC, like an anniversary edition of a game. And it showed you off all the lead characters from all the Dead Risings that you could play as. That one girl, Annie, Frank, and Nick. And Nick. So it's interesting. I need to see more from it, though. I don't care. I mean, I need to see more from it. I like Dead Rising 3. I had my ups and downs with it, but with this, what they showed us, I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny, but I need to know more of what it is actually. Yeah. So it was too out there for me to really understand what it is. On to the next one. This one's been spoken about for a while now. They showed it off last year in length, I think it was, on Spike, on game trailers. Disney's Fantasia. It's a Kinect game. You move around and make noise and music. Like, that one game they had for 360. It's it's like purple and stuff. Like on the cover, it's purple. It's got like this silhouette of a kid or something. It's moving his hands. It's I
I played it on the X360. It was hard as heck.
I think I know what you're talking about. And
it's one where it pops in it like.
And you made music, right?
Yeah, like makes.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of that one, but I think I remember that one. Next game that came up, the same guy, at the same time when they talked about Disney Fantasia, they also spoke about Disney. Dance Central Spotlight.
Yeah.
It's a download-only title, and I think that's what they got. The way they got to go with these Dance Central titles. Don't end them, keep them coming, but keep them with download. So that way you're not spending $60 on the title. Make them condensed.
Yeah. So Dance Central Spotlight is basically
Dance Central.
Yes, it's Dance Central, but what it really is, it actually allows you to play the most or dance to the most recent music today that you hear on the radio, right? Is that what he said?
Every dance. Yeah. Now, if they involve all that,
is that like an up-to-date thing where it does additional
every Dance Central, every dance game, every music game always gives you the new music. But
so what's the difference? What's the difference between Spotlight and the old ones, though?
This one's called Spotlight.
Is that just the difference? Is the title?
Oh, to be honest with you, aside from everything that's being said about it, like I think that Dance Central is a very productive game. Everybody there's so many people that buy it. Kids buy it. Kids love it. And this is a really good way to market it and to bring it back because I don't think they came out with one last year, did they? I don't remember one hitting the shelves last year. And I haven't heard much talk of it. All I know is that them giving us this option and showing us that they're changing their platform a little bit. They're evolving with the way the times are going.
Yeah, we can, we'll update the info as it comes out too.
Yeah, but what they're doing right now is really good for them. I think that this is a good step in the right direction for Dance Central.
Or Harmonix.
Yeah, Harmonix and that title, Dance Central, because it's a quality game for the people that like the dance games, the DDR fans, those people.
Good, dude,
yeah.
So,
What was up next? We got Dance Central.
After that was Fable Legends.
Fable Legends.
Pretty much they show off the characters play as, kind of named him a little bit. The first one I didn't catch the name of. He's like a poet. I don't know what he's a hero of. They showed off Winter, who's a hero of skill. Inga, who's a hero of strength. She's like the warrior blonde who has a huge shield.
She's like the knight, isn't she, with the big sword and everything, right?
Yep. And they showed off Rook, Inga's the hero of strength, and Rook is the hero of skill. Rook is the guy who I would play as naturally. He has a crossbow, but it's like a fast fire raid, so it's a
rapid fire.
It's a rapid fire crossbow. It doesn't make sense, but it's fantasy. They're adding a different aspect on that. Who cares? It's freaking Fable, dude. It's definitely different from.
It's different from all Fables. Well, it's different from all Fables in general. I mean, they still have some aspects to Fable in there. The comedy's still in there.
Yeah.
The lightheartedness, the art direction, that's all good. It is different in the whole sense, though, the fact that it's 4 players on one team, and you have the possibility of being the villain as well.
Yeah.
So it's a total of 5 people. That's completely different. That's totally completely different. Now, they did show us they showed us some gameplay, and they also they started off with a walkthrough of Albion going through, and that was CGI, showing you some of the heroes you're gonna come into contact with. I'm excited for this game, but I want to see more. I definitely want to see more.
I want to see how well it actually presents itself.
Yeah,
how well it does in the market.
They did say that there will be a multiplayer beta in the fall, though. So hopefully I can get in that. We can all get in that. We can check it out and develop a better sense of what's going on with this game.
That's how I feel with most betas too. Is that whenever you play I play the beta myself.
Yeah.
I'm more intrigued by the game. I'm more anticipated. I'm more likely to buy the game because I've actually had the experience before.
Especially when it's a game like
Titanfall,
like Fable Legends, something like that along the lines where it's new, where you don't really have a big idea of what it is. I like the betas too as well. It gives me an idea of what's coming out. Next up,
they showed off Project Spark new trailer. They showed how they didn't really explain if it's going to be on a disc or if there's a release date for the actual version.
No, still holding on to that.
They're still holding on to that.
Yeah, they did show. They showed that you could jump into other people's worlds with them.
Yeah. Whereas it's a Spark, and then the other player is the character, and vice versa, and you just swap out.
They also showed new terrain. Mm-hmm. They showed space. They showed space terrain. That's really interesting. I'd actually like to jump into the space terrain and kind of create some stuff. Yeah, and the characters mentioned some things that you haven't seen in the beta as of yet. They mentioned the zombie. Remember you mentioned zombies.
Oh, yes.
You mentioned some other things, and so like I like that. Like they've been holding on to some of their cards, keeping it close to the chest, and that's good because they shouldn't show us everything right off the bat. But give us a taste, tease us, get us coming back for more.
Hey, you mentioned characters. Isn't there a new character? There's a new character that you actually knew the name of.
Oh man, right at the end of the Project Spark trailer CGI thing that they had going on. The trailer thing, Majigger, was Conquer. He came and sawed the Project Spark logo in half. So you got Conquer. Conquer, he's a character from Rare back in the day.
Okay.
Kind of in the lore of Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, okay.
And he had a game on Nintendo 64 called Conker's Bad Fur Day, and it came out. It was re-released on the Xbox 360, but when it came out, I think it was probably early 2000s. Conker's Bad Fur Day was raunchy. Right. It was a raunchy cartoon video game, kind of in the line like a 3D world. It was funny, and it was just when you're a kid and you play that, and you're like, oh my god, my parents don't even realize like I'm playing this because it's a cartoon character. Yeah, they think it's a cartoon character. It's like pretty awesome. I was really excited about seeing Conker. So we had Spark. What else? What we got next?
Ori and the Blind Forest, which comes out fall 2014.
That trailer was really nice. It had some really good art direction into it.
Yeah, it did.
I was really surprised, but I didn't know what was going on in it. But I liked the direction in the art. It was the colors, the shadowing.
It reminded me almost Shadow Light, where there was two different characters. I don't know if each of those were playable, but the first one was a character who was black with a white face, masked out. Reminded me of the characters from the game Escape Plan, which is on PS3 and Vita. Now, I don't know. I don't think it's the same developer, but the other one's like a white, small, like kitten thing. But apparently, as the story goes, you're playing as the big, husky, white-faced character walking around, and your secondary character, whether it's an AI or playable, it tells a story in between the interactions, so it's more of a character development game.
Well, this one didn't have a lot of voice or like that kind of.
It didn't have any
audio. So maybe it'll be like something like that, like in character development throughout the game. It seems like you have two characters in there. You have a connection between two characters, and so it's probably going to be developing off of that because I didn't see too many action screens from it. It was had this nice music going with it, and the art direction again was amazing. It looked really nice, very pleasing to the eyes, very not shocking or anything. And so I mean I don't know what it's about though, but it looks interesting. Again, one of those games for me where I want to see more.
Yeah.
Before I make my entire decision.
I would buy it. Just to find out, what the story is. Cause I'm really into those games that tell a good, deep, in-depth story.
Yeah.
So
the next one was probably the biggest thing.
Biggest announcement. They totally
the biggest thing
right off the bat and knock the ball out of the park.
It wasn't right off the bat because it was how many games in, but this is the biggest thing they announced today.
The biggest highlight.
It was highlight, I guess you could say. Highlight / announcement. They started off with some CGI trailer going on right there. Bam, and they start off with the music actually. I felt like I was back in church.
And it was Halo 5, shown off with the Guardian watching Master Chief from Halo 2 with the bomb that he sends down onto the Covenant carrier.
Upgraded nice Xbox One graphics. It was or CGI I should say. It's like he was looking through a video log, and he had already looked through all the other stuff. And there's a voice, and that voice sounded. I was pretty sure it was Arbiter.
I'm pretty sure it was.
It was Arbiter talking to the Guardian because telling him that you have to understand Master Chief.
You have to follow his footsteps.
You have to know what he is and who he is.
To actually find him.
Yeah.
So at the end of that trailer was actually in the Guardian's visor, the blue visor.
You can see reflection.
You can see the reflection of Arbiter.
Yeah.
So whether or not he's back, whether or not he's the Guardian,
it could be just a tease.
It might just be a tease, but this actually was a gateway. What do you call those? It
was a Halo. It was a Halo.
I don't know what I'm trying to say, so I'm gonna scratch that off.
It was awesome, little CGI trailer.
It was a segue.
It was a nice tease. It gives you some information, and it gets everybody talking about this like we are right now. The second thing they went to, Bonnie Ross came out.
Yeah, Bonnie Ross comes out, and they segue into the Master Chief collection for Xbox One. Now this is going to be Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo 4.
Halo 1 Anniversary Edition.
Okay,
yeah.
correct.
Yeah, Halo 1 Anniversary Edition. Halo 2, which they're doing a whole Anniversary Edition collection. Halo 2 Anniversary Edition, like, format to it, just like they did with the first one, because we're on the 10-year anniversary. They're also going to be doing number 3. It didn't state whether or not that was going to be upgraded graphics or not, updated graphics. And I'm sure at least Halo 4 will look like it did. I mean, last.
If it's better, I'm down.
Yeah. If they were to upgrade everything to Xbox One graphics, that'd be amazing. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So it's all 4 games on one disc for the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Now that's amazing. That's incredible. Not to mention that the Halo Master Chief Collection comes with a Halo 2. The Halo 5 beta also comes with all the maps that you got to play on Halo from Halo 1, Halo 2, 3, and 4, all packed in together.
Over 100
1080p, maps. 60 frames per second on one dedicated server.
And it also comes with the digital series that's going to be coming out. It's already being filmed by Ridley Scott. It's called Halo Nightfall. They announced the name of that, and so that's coming out as well. That's coming with it, with the Master Chief Collection. You're getting a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's
no price tag yet.
No, it's hopefully it doesn't go over $60. But I mean, for 4 games, 4 Halo games, 4 great games, it's awesome. It's amazing. It's giving you all this beta access to Halo 5 Guardians. Multiplayer. It teased you with the multiplayer. It did a little CGI teaser on that, and that looked good. But I mean, you can't tell much from it because it is CGI, and it was red versus blue, but it looked good.
Yeah, it looks. I'm really stoked for that one. I think I'm going to be buying that just to play with my friends on all those Halo 2 maps.
I have all of them as well.
Man,
I mean,
I can't wait.
I have all of them as well for 360 and everything. But if they let you do everything on Xbox One from now forth with all these Halo games, with all the maps and everything, that's where you want to be, because now you have all those options.
You have everything right there in your hands.
It'd be so awesome. So, all right, to take a step back and let's take a breather real quick. But all right, so next game, they started Microsoft came back out. Phil Spencer came back out. He started talking about Xbox Live Arcade, and he then went on to more of his indie stuff, the ID at Xbox. Now, they did a nice little montage of all these games that are coming out for it. I saw a lot of stuff that looks interesting, but I couldn't catch every name of everything. The one that I did catch, the one that caught my attention, which I already knew about, and a lot of people know about, it was on Kickstarter, is Mighty Number 9. It looks great. It looks great. It harkens back to every Mega Man, and it really touched the chord with me.
Yeah, a couple of the games they actually mentioned, they showed off in that montage, was one that released, they showed off actually last year, called Aztec, where you're the Spartan figure. Night Squad, couldn't really give you too much detail about that. It was about a 5-second clip. There's White Knight, a game called Earthlock. That one interests me. A game called Drifter, Lifeless Planet also interests me. You're a big Nintendo guy, so Mighty Number 9. Haven't played a Mega Man game before, so I'm interested to play that. Grave, a game called, I don't know if it was like
Wool or Woolite. I don't know if it'd be Woolite, because that's like something
Woolite.
For laundry. I think that's a laundry detergent. So it's
probably
Wool. Yeah, it's a game about laundry. You have to go down to the laundromat. You have to get the
you put in a
you have to decide whether or not you're getting the actual Woolite or the bad
Woolite. Wait 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Make sure your colors are separated. Yeah.
It's all about laundry.
It has some character.
It's probably Wolt, I think it was, WOOLT. That one looked really interesting as well. I just like the fact they're showing off all this stuff. At least they're showing us that they have something coming down, the chutes. It's coming down with this ID Xbox. They've had some troubles with it recently, and I'm just happy they got some titles to back it up.
Yeah, they also showed off 2 more titles, which was Below from last year, and also a game called Hell Raid, which looks really interesting to me.
Yeah, everybody is clamoring about Below. It
reminds me of the game Journey for PS3.
Yeah, I guess it's been widely spoken of as a very good game. I haven't heard much of it. I mean, I've heard a lot about it from other people, but I haven't seen much of it myself. So I can't give an opinion on that one.
What did you think of the new Tomb Raider trailer that they showed off after that?
Right after that, the new Rise of the Tomb Raider. It was it's interesting. It's about time. I mean, that they showed us at least this, because the Tomb Raider, this reboot came out in 2013, the beginning of 2013. The definitive edition came out this year. I played it on. I waited for the definitive edition to play it. I enjoyed it very much. So I thought the story was a little. I had my qualms with the story, but I thought the game was good. I thought the game looked beautiful. I think this one's going to look good too as well. I don't think they're going to take a step backwards.
No, they're using everything they got on that one engine.
Yeah, it looks very interesting. I'm definitely excited for it. I want to see it, more of it. I want to see some gameplay. I want to find out maybe some synopsis. I don't know if it would come out this year, because they just put out the other Tomb Raider last year. This one will probably come out in 2015. I'm sorry. It'll probably come out in 2015. I would assume, because they just had last year's 2013 regular Tomb Raider. This year, at the beginning of this year, you had the definitive edition. So I don't know. I'm interested in it. I definitely am still.
Yeah. So the next one after that, I actually thought that Tomb Raider trailer was really good. But after that, they showed off a Griffin Hunt on Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So a brand new trailer.
Gameplay.
Gameplay. With all the interface. The main character, is chasing this guy with his ability to trace blood. It's like a sense, like a wolf sense almost, how he was using his nose or his vision or something. He was following blood trails.
It seems like that's going to be the theme for this, because it's called Wild Hunt. You have this unique ability to be able to track. So I'm assuming that's going to be playing heavily into the game.
There's going to be more aspects to it, but I mean, that was just that was like a side mission they wanted to show off.
They really wanted to show that off if they were showing it for E3. So it must be very important, especially if the title is Wild Hunt. It looks really good, and again, this is the game that I was saying was like the competition between Dragon Age and Inquisition, both that fantasy type game with magic and swords and bows and arrows, with a realistic feel to it, mature content, blood, gore, naked ladies all over the place.
Not in the trailer, but
not in the trailer.
But still, regardless.
But I can imagine that
they're
both gonna be competing this year, I think. The Witcher 3 has actually been pushed back until next year, but I mean those two games are the two competitions are between each other. After that, we had
Phantom Dust.
Now
that's the creator from Killer Instinct.
He was one of the guys that worked on Killer Instinct. He came out,
and he showed off like the new, it's like a fighting game. It's like a fight to save humanity or something like that.
We can't say too much about it. We have apparently there was another version of it or something along those lines out already, and a lot of the people on my Twitter were saying that, hey, it's a really good game, go look it up, go research it. So I'm going to do that. I've seen enough tweets on it right when they displayed it that I think that it warrants some time spent on the internet to figure out what it's about. It looks pretty, but I mean, again, that's CGI.
I don't care. I mean, the basis of it, I mean, the Mortal Kombat X was a CGI trailer, and I still thought it looked pretty sick.
Actually, the CGI wasn't the CGI trailer. It was gameplay and CGI mixed in. But that wasn't displayed at Microsoft, so that'll stay till later.
Yeah, I was just comparing those two, though. No worries, Sean. No worries. Sorry, guys. No spoilers. So Phantom Dust, that one looks good. They actually showed off The Division, which I thought they were going to keep for Ubisoft.
Yeah.
So
maybe
that was really cool. So they incorporated that. They showed off
gameplay,
the girl, the girl and the guy and another guy, and then they have the drone back on the tablet, playing on the tablet, and they were trying to recover the girl's base, and so they can get some new equipment and amp up their specs.
It's amazing. It's what they do during gameplay in that game, allowing you to get your XP, allow you to change skills
on the fly.
Yeah. Not only that, just the cover. The way things work in that game, it looks awesome. The Snowdrop engine, as we were speaking before, on our pre-E3 coverage, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, and the girl set up a flamethrower to use on their enemies.
Yeah,
in the front of the base.
Like a drone turret that she set up on a concrete divider, and it was shooting out a flamethrower. Just pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Yeah. It was tight. They had a flash grenade that the guy threw out. He throws out a flash grenade, and it's like a strobe light almost.
Yeah, it's a strobe light.
Really cool.
It was like a flash bang, but it was a directed flash bang at the enemy. So that was really interesting. I like where they're going with some of these games and allowing us to see some of this technology that we don't see, in TV shows on TV right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe some of it's real, maybe some of it isn't, but you never know. At least we're getting to see some of this. It's pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah. So after that, me and you and me both thought this game was Monster Hunter 4 for Xbox.
Well, I was saying,
like,
what is this? Is this Monster Hunter?
Yeah,
something like that. It looks exactly like it. It was called.
This guy's wearing like headsets, like a stereo headset. He's like very Metro. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm just
not really Metro.
Well, not Metro.
Do you know what Metro means? Yeah, that's not Metro. No,
okay, we'll take that back. Not Metro.
That's not Metro.
He was modern. I don't know. He was electronic.
He had a headset on. All right, he had a headset on.
Colors.
He was not worried about his eyebrows and how his hair looks and how he smells. He wasn't looking Metro.
Anyway,
he had a headset on. They started showing all these monsters, and we were both like, "Wow, this looks interesting. What is this? What is it? Wild Monster Hunters? What is this?" And then they announced it's called Scalebound. Scalebound by Platinum Games. Platinum Games has been working on this. They did a few games that I remember for Wii. What was it? Mad World, I think they did. They've done a few games. They've worked on a lot of good stuff. They have a good history of putting out quality stuff. The trailer what it is looks really interesting.
The guy actually steps on the dragon and takes its form.
Yeah,
almost.
he has his sword.
He gets like his armor from the dragon.
I don't know if it's because he's around this animal or monster and he's able to absorb that, or because he actually cut the monster's like tail that was attacking this other monster, and right after he did that, that's when he absorbed everything.
Yeah.
So it looks interesting about what he can do.
Yeah.
And so it definitely caught my attention. Excuse me.
Yeah,
it definitely caught my attention.
After that, he actually had his monster come in and attack the other monsters, and that's when you said like, "Oh, look, it's Pokemon."
Yeah, it looked like a more realistic Pokemon. Like this dude's like trying to battle out for like 4 Charizards, and out of nowhere comes like a big ass Slowpoke.
He's putting his Pokemon against his own.
Yeah, it was really interesting. I want to see
good.
I want to see gameplay of that though, because we could be clamoring about all these CGI trailers all day. And some of them are good because when they're just announced, we don't know much about them. That's awesome. But if until tomorrow, if our emotions might die down a little bit,
Right.
And we want to see something about what it actually is, though. As of right now, we don't know what Scalebound is exactly. Is it first person? Is it third person? Is it like a Monster Hunter clone? Is there a story with it? Is it kind of like what style of gameplay? There's so many different things that we don't know about with some of these CGI trailers.
Yeah.
There was one last
thing
thing
to talk about too, but most definitely gameplay would be nice. So the last one you want to say was
there was one last thing that Microsoft showed off, and this was the Crackdown trailer, not the Crackdown 3 trailer. I'm assuming they're rebooting the franchise and they're starting it over with just Crackdown. So have you played those before?
Yes, the first one was a lot of fun. Basically, you're a free agent working for, not a free agent, I should say, just like an agent in general, working and basically hunting down these mafia killers and stuff like that, picking up these abilities, getting these amazing jump heights and everything like that. So this one looks really good. They basically took a bunch of explosives, put it around this major drug dealer's tower, drove like a huge explosion.
How was the first one though?
Oh, the first one was actually like really good. I liked it. I was able to. It was more solo than it was multiplayer.
Did the second one change that?
The second one changed that because it was more multiplayer. So something I'm looking forward to in this one is
it looked like there was
a broader multiplayer.
It looked like there was multiple peoples in the trailer. Multiple people in the trailer it looked like multiple people in the trailer that were like all dressed in the suits, the outfits, and they were ready to go. It looked like there was some aspect they're trying to hint at there with multiplayer maybe.
But I want to, like you say, I want to see some gameplays.
Yeah.
What else?
It was
more info. But
it was a good looking CGI trailer in the direction of Crackdown. Had a little bit of a cell shade to it. It had the black outlines around all the characters. Mm-hmm. It looked good.
Yeah.
It looked good.
So that was basically it for the Xbox press conference.
Yeah, that was it.
now we're actually on to the EA. So we're going to be sticking tuned for that. Watch our post coverage for the EA trailer or EA, media briefing, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, guys, stay tuned. Don't change that dial.